with over 20 years of experience, he has drive. He's been a driving force behind Opulence global expansion and into the new markets across Asia. And BDM Rico is responsible for the growth of the business in the Philippines and beyond that, right? And so he works closely with the network of distributors globally. And whenever we need him, he say, "Okay, I'm here. Just let me know, and up you go." And he provides support and guidance as they work to achieve their goals, which is our goal. And as you hear him in our opportunity video, he said that the important thing is the growth of our people, and that's where Rico is coming in. Rico's commitment to building strong relationship with Opulence teams and fellow business leaders has been instrumental in the success of our Opulence global opportunity. So please help me, without further ado, help me join our BDM and welcome Rico Colyao on this call tonight.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and everyone. Wow, Nida, your energy is overflowing up to here. And I just want to say, Nida, that you have really made me proud when it comes to you doing the hosting. I have seen how you have grown, not just in hosting, but I know that you're already doing the presentations, as well as I'm looking forward to your qualified trainer certification, which will be coming soon. And and as I have said to you in a message last night after you did hosting, of course, with the product Crossfire, that you have that skill, you have that talent, you have that ability to help and inspire people. And we need that here. We need you here. And so, congratulations to you, Nada. Thank you so much for all you do. And of course, welcome to all of our partners tuning in from different parts of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and everyone. Thank you so much for all of your greetings here. Yes, I can see a lot of our partners joining us from different parts of the world, from Asia, from of course Africa, Europe, US, Canada, and of course from Australia. Yes. Welcome to each and everyone. And by the way, this is actually an integral part of the Launchpad training, because the compensation plan training is very, very important. It's actually your roadmap. Okay. So make sure that you have your pens and paper ready, because today we're going to discuss, as promised, every month. At least we do one session of the compensation plan training, especially if you are new here, if you have just joined in. Now, this is your roadmap to success. Okay, so we're going to discuss the pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director. Now, before we proceed, I just want to highlight a very important thing when it comes to why is it important, all right? Why is it important for you to know and understand the compensation plan? And the first question that comes to mind is, how many of you are here because you want to increase your income, or probably you want to improve your life, right? Say yes in the chat box if you are here, if you want to increase your income or you want to improve your life. Just say yes. All right, let me see here. All right, yes. Thank you so much, Virak. Thank you so much, Maria. Ifra, yes, thank you so much. Italo, yes, thank you so much. Italo, yes. Marie, MC, yes, of course. Joy, Sandra, yes, I believe all of us here. Lee, thank you so much. Nora, yes. Rani, and yes. So more and more are saying yes here. I cannot cope up already with the chat box here. Thank you so much for your participation and your contribution. And this is what this call is actually all about. The truth is, you can have the best product and the best opportunity, but if you don't understand the compensation plan, you might be leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, so basically this compensation plan training is like a Google map for your business. Okay, so it's like it shows you where you are right now, where you want to go, where you can go, and how to get there. So every effort, whether it's in retailing, whether it's in sponsoring, or whether it's in training, has a reward. So if you know how the plan works, then you'll know where to focus. Okay. So a couple of benefits for you to have that mindset that, I need to understand it. Okay. This compensation plan allows you to know how you get paid. Okay, how it helps you focus on the activities that can bring you the highest return, how you can maximize your profits. So another thing is it also provides you a strategy, right? A clear grasp of the plan helps you set goals and create action which is aligned to the company's structure, that is aligned to the company structure. And also you can prioritize whether you have the short-term income first and then eventually build on your lifelong residual income. Now, another important thing about understanding the compensation plan is it helps you train and duplicate, because you cannot share what you do not understand, right? So if you understand it, then you can confidently explain it to your team. And this duplication builds a stronger foundation for the growth and the sustainability of your business. Another importance is that you know exactly what are the promotions, the bonuses, and incentives, how it works, and you'll be more motivated to achieve them. Because after all, remember this, clarity removes guesswork and frustration. When you are clear to the direction of where you are going and what this opportunity can give you, then you will be more confident, you will be more motivated, right? And also, on top of that, many people lose income. Remember this, many people lose income simply because they don't understand certain qualifications or bonuses. So by understanding the plan, you make sure that you don't leave money on the table. And lastly, understanding the compensation plan, especially when you talk to the new people, to the prospects, it will build credibility for you. Okay, when your prospects or team members ask about the business, you're clear about what is the benefit to the people that you talk to. So it shows your professionalism and trustworthiness. So if you don't understand the compensation plan, you can't fully leverage your business, right? You can't fully leverage your business. But if you do, here's what's going to happen. You'll maximize your income, you're going to inspire your team, and you're going to grow much faster. Okay? So let's dive into this. And of course, I'm very much excited. This is actually one of my favorite topics. Okay? The compensation plan. All right. So let me just share with you my screen and then we'll dive right on it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. And if you have any questions as we discuss, please feel free to put in your questions here. Okay. So there are actually 4 divisions when it comes to our compensation plan. You can focus on one, but I would encourage you to focus on all of these things, because if you understand all of these things, then you can be able to maximize the profits that you can generate for your business. Okay, so the 4 divisions is number 1, retailing. Okay, so you can enjoy retail profits up to 59%. Another one is wholesaling. Okay, so that's another division in your business that you can enjoy. And then, of course, the residual income. Now, this is the one that provides for us time and financial freedom. Okay, residual income up to $60,000 per week, which is paid through Infinity. And on top of that, we have a number of bonuses and incentives that are available to all of our partners when you work out the opportunity and the compensation plan. Now, the Opulence Global Business Opportunity operates like a normal business, right? So it's simple. It's simply you just have to simply promote your e-mall preloaded with exclusive Opulence Global products. Now, I might call this the ready-made business, because not everyone has the ability and the capability to start and operate what we call the traditional business. But what we can enjoy here is a ready-made business. It's already set up, the infrastructure, the products, right? The system, it's already there. You just have to learn it, understand it, and apply it, right? So simply promote your e-mall preloaded with exclusive Opulence Global products. And you can do this by, of course, person-to-person, social sharing. And also, the great thing about the opportunity that we have is that we can also do this online, because that is the thing that is booming today, right? The online business, the e-commerce platform. And the great thing about that is that with the e-commerce platform that we have, we can basically build the business anywhere, okay? Anywhere in the world, without, even if you don't have that experience, okay? So let's dive into the first way of making money, which is basically By the way, the compensation plan is designed for you to progress. As you grow in the business, you get to enjoy more and more benefits. All right. So, first and foremost, the foundation of your business is by building up your customer base, by sharing the benefits of the product to people. And in doing that, the mindset that we can have is that we should have is that who can I help with these products that we have, right? So if you have that mindset, then you will not be hesitant to share, right, the products. You will not be embarrassed to share the products, right? Because after all, your mindset is, who can I help when it comes to these amazing products that we have, when it comes to the fountain of life, when it comes to the divine, when it comes to the shampoo, when it comes to the toothpaste, the lotion, the mouthwash, all of the products that we have several benefits that it can help, particularly to our customers, right? So by sharing these products to them, the great thing about that is that you get rewarded as well with what we call the retail profits. You can earn up to 59% retail profits on all personal VIP shoppers purchases in person or online. So up to 37% discount. Now, one great thing about the opportunity that we have is we offer premium products. Okay, remember, great products doesn't come cheap, and what we have are exclusive, premium products that provides so much benefits when it comes to our to our customers, right? So if you have that premium products, you can premiumly price it, and at the same time you can enjoy the premium profits when it comes to that. All right. So imagine, and the great thing about that is that we also have a wide array of products. So basically what it means is that it provides a lot of solutions to different people, because different people have different preferences. They might not like the health aspect of our business, but they might be interested in the fashion, right? They might be interested in personal care, in beauty, right? So depending on what your customers or your prospects need, then we basically have solutions for them. And imagine, even with one customer, you can have basically five products that you can share with them. If they get started with the fountain of life, you can always offer the other products, upsell. We call it upselling. Okay. So you can offer to them, have you tried our beauty products? Would you want to look 5 to 10 years younger, right? Have you tried our lotion? Would you want to be protected with our microsilver technology? How about the fashion? Would you want to look good in wearing this watches, and of course our rings, our bracelets, and everything? Okay, so imagine having five items sold. If your profit margin is around $20 per product, right? So it can already generate for you $100, right? And the great thing about our retail profit is that basically you can earn unlimited retail profits. And you can have, of course, your the whole world as your market, right? So this is one thing that you can enjoy while you are starting to work out your business, right? So retail profits here are high. It means that you can enjoy instant high retail profits right from the beginning, and this will allow you to, to work out your business right from the beginning. Okay, so that's one thing that you can enjoy. Now the next stage is that when your customers are already enjoying the benefits of the products, then you can already offer to them, why don't you get it in discount, right? I remember what Amarjeet said previously. She said like, hey, why don't you just get the package? Because you know what? Every bottle that you buy from me, I'm earning this amount. Okay. So she's very transparent when it comes to the earnings she makes. Because after all, we want the customers to also enjoy the benefits that we get, right? So this is another amazing thing about our opportunity, is that we want other people to enjoy the benefits that we ourselves are enjoying. Unlike in traditional business, okay, wherein you only enjoy for yourself, right? You don't want to share the profits with other people, with your customers, right? You want them to remain as customers, right? But in here, we want them to also enjoy the discounts that you are enjoying, all right? So this is a very generous business. That's why we call it a very generous compensation plan, right? So by sharing to them the packages so that they can also enjoy the benefits that you are enjoying, then the great thing about that is when they get the package, when they get their e-mall packages, then you get to enjoy the wholesale profits. Okay, so you also get rewarded again for that. So now you are not just retailing, you are not just enjoying the retail profits, but also you're enjoying number two, what we call the wholesale profits. Okay. So you can build your team locally and globally. And another wonderful feature of our compensation plan is we call it a seamless compensation plan. When we say seamless, it means that we have one system working in different markets. We have the same packages in every part of the world. All right. So that's the great thing. So it means that if you have sponsored someone from the US, someone from Canada, someone from Asia, someone from Europe, someone from Australia, someone from Africa, you get to enjoy the wholesale profits no matter where they are in the world. And when it comes to wholesale profits, there's no limit. Uh, uh, there's also no limits as to how many you can sponsor. So the more partners that get their packages, the higher your retail profits, right? So you can earn up to $350. This is actually a very high wholesale profit percentage. When they get the package, you get as much as $350 per email. So if you can just imagine having 10 launched partners, right? So that will give you what? $3,500. Okay, when you launch their package, right? So if you launch 4 emails per month, and you can earn up to $1,400 in wholesale profit. So even if you are still a BP or a brand partner, you can already enjoy that. Okay, even a BP can enjoy that. So this is the table that shows how much wholesale profit that you can generate. If you are a BP, you launch a BP as well, then you can enjoy $25. As a BP, you launch an LA, that's $100. And as a BP, you launch as an LAP or an LADE, then that's $150. Now, this is the reason why we want them to join minimum LA, because when they sponsor with the same effort, okay, they can get higher wholesale profits, right? So if you are minimum LA, you launch a BP, then you get $50 instead of $25, right? Same effort, same package, right? And then on top of that, when the LA also launched an LA, that's $300. And when an LA launched an LAP or LADE, that's $350. Okay. So this is another stream of income that you can generate for your business. So as I said, it's progressive. You follow up your customers, show them the benefits of the package, encourage them to get discounts. And when they get the package, then you get to enjoy the wholesale profits. Okay. So now you have retailing, now you have wholesaling. So now you are enjoying two streams of income by doing just one business opportunity, right? All right, so this is exciting. So the next thing is, of course, we want you to achieve financial freedom. We don't want you to be working your whole life, right? I remember what Warren Buffett said. If what you're currently doing is not generating for you passive or residual income, then you'll have to work until you die. Who wants that? Of course, I don't want that. I want the time will come that I have already set up the infrastructure for my business to be leveraged, for my business to be running, even if I'm not directly working on it. Then that's the key for you to enjoy what we call time and financial freedom. Okay. Now, one thing that we can also look at is when we introduce the LABE, this is actually a much faster way for you to generate and work on your team commissions. Okay, team commissions. So imagine if you launch an LADE, you already have a wholesale profit of $350, and just by having a 450 PV, okay, when you launch an LADE, then you already enjoy the MGRS share depending on how much the MGRS is, because it varies depending on the number of MGRS qualifiers and the percentage of the global revenue. So let's say it's $100. And then the variance bonus, of course, when you launch an LADE, you get to enjoy $100 for the variance bonus. And then on top of that, if you have, by the way, when it comes to the LADE, look at how much CV that you can generate with just by sponsoring an LADE, right? And if you have LADEs in your team duplicating, that's 1,800 CV every LADE that you generate for your whole team. So just by having 3 LADEs, that will already give you what? A power cycle bonus. That's a total of 5,400 CV. And when you, of course, generate 5,400 CV, that will give you a binary cycle of $400. Okay? Team commissions, $400. And on top of that, you also enjoy what we call the marketing allowance out of the power cycle bonus. That's additional $60. So how about $1,000, right? $1,000 that you can generate immediately as soon as you work out your business, having this LADEs in place. Okay. So this is one great feature of the LADE. And I remember last Saturday, we were talking about how to rank advance, right? Last Monday, we talked about the rank advancement from LD1, LD2, LD3. And for me, the fastest way for you to rank advance is by having LADEs duplicated in your team, right? All right. So next is, of course, the lifelong residual income. First, we work on the active income. Active income comes from, of course, retailing, wholesaling. And then the next step is you training your team, is you bringing your team to the system. All right. Because if we have a system in place and the people in that in your organization is duplicating, then that is how you leverage your business. That is how your business multiplies. Okay. Now, the great thing about our opportunity is that you do not only earn from your own email, but at the same time, you can also earn from the sales, from the volume that is generated by your team, by your partners through Infinity. And you can earn up to 8.5% through Infinity. And I hope you understand and grasp how wonderful it is to generate sales in your whole team on all sales through Infinity. When we say infinity, it means that there's no limit as to how deep your volume can go, right? So binary commission is the most lucrative part of our infinity compensation plan. So it means that even you do not know all of the people in your team, as long as it is part of your organization, then the great thing about that is that all of the sales that is generated through Infinity, you receive what we call commissionable volume. Okay. So another feature, some of the features is there's no volume cap. Okay. So you can generate as much volume as you can, carry over of volume. So there's no flash out. So whatever doesn't get paid for this week, it will get paid the following week. So by the way, the binary commission gets paid every week. Every Sunday, there's a cutoff in the system, Sunday midnight. And then there's a computation. And then every Tuesday, it will be credited to your e-wallet. So meaning every week, as long as you cycle, okay, then you can enjoy what we call the team commissions or the binary commissions. Pays to infinity, variable binary cycle payout. So it doesn't matter what team or what leg you are building on, as long as there's 1/3 2/3 combination, then you can basically enjoy the team commissions. Okay, and there's no deranking. So it means that once you achieve the level of once you achieve a certain level promotion, LD1, LD2, there's no demotion, there's no deranking. And the great thing about that is that even you are an LA, you receive the same CV. Okay, you receive the same CV. You receive the same CV as the LD1, as the LD2, as the LD3, even if you're just an LA. Okay, so it's basically an equal playing field for everyone. And another feature, by the way, that I love about this binary commission is that even your downlines can outgrow you. Okay, can um, earn you. Okay, so that's the great thing. All right, so it doesn't matter if let's say you come in today and then someone in your team is working harder than you, then they can eventually grow much faster than you. So it's not about being the first one. Only the first one becomes wealthy in this opportunity. Okay, so how do you qualify for your binary commissions? Make sure that you understand this. First and foremost, you need to have your 150 PV. When we say PV, it's personal volume. Okay, so you can personally generate commission, qualifying with at least $150 personal volume. Okay, so we're going to discuss that after this slide. As an LA, LAP, LADE, your minimum volume for PV is at least 150, and as a BP, that's 75. And of course, for you to activate your binary commission, not only you should be qualifying with 150 PV, but you should have at least one on the left and one on the right, okay, directly sponsored by you, who is also qualifying with 150 PV, okay? So sometimes you have volume there that is already eligible for cycling, but how come I don't receive the binary commissions? You should check. First and foremost, on your qualification, you should have 150 PV. And then the second thing is that at least one on your left, one on your right, directly sponsored by you, should have at least a qualification of 150 PV as well. And when you have that structure in place each and every single month, then you are qualified or eligible for your binary commissions. Now, one mindset that I always instill to our partners is that they should always be on smart buy. And I always emphasize on the importance of smart buy. There are several benefits, right? One is, of course, you get to be a product of your own product. Okay, so 150 PV is very minimal when it comes to you consuming and using your products, the 30 use cases, right? And then on top of that, inventory, you need inventory for your business. When someone buys from you, you need to have ready-made, ready stocks, right? So that's on top of your personal consumption. And then on top of that, additional 10% discount. On top of that, you don't get your CVs flushed when you are continuously on Smart Buy. And on top of that, the duplication of people buying Smart Buy will allow you to enjoy residual income as well. So when you emphasize on this, you won't have to worry about, your people qualifying for 150 PV each and every single month. Okay? So automatically when that happens, then you get to be eligible for your binary commission. Okay, so personal volume is the volume generated from your personal products. By the way, we have a lot of terminologies here, so make sure that you understand PV means personal volume, right? Personal volume. And then personal volume comes from your personal purchase, simply put, right? So shopping credit purchases, product purchases, and even we have included what we call the VIP shopper sales. Okay, so it means that your VIP shoppers is credited to you as your personal volume. But in order for you to enjoy the bonuses and commissions and for your CVs not to flash out, the 150 should be coming from your personal purchase. Okay, personal purchase. It cannot come from your VIPs. But when it comes to, let's say, MGRS, wherein you need 450 PV, then 150 PV should be coming from personal purchase, and the rest can come from your VIP shopper purchases. Okay, I hope that's clear. And by the way, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to put your questions in our Q&A box, and we're going to answer them. Okay, and then calculated from the product's base price, refer to individual product for PV value. And the shopping credits PV is 1:1 ratio, meaning shopping credits is basically equivalent to the dollar value. Okay, so if you put in $150 and you buy shopping credits, you can also get 150 shopping credits. Okay, so 1:1 ratio. Now CV is what we call commissionable volume. So volume generated from your team's products and shopping credit purchases, launches, and VIP sales, and it's computed at 46% of the PV. Okay, so CV is basically where we compute your binary commissions, and it's basically the volume generated by your whole team through Infinity. Okay, so of course, when you activate your binary tree, you can now start accumulating CVs. You can teach your team and do the same and duplicate. Okay, so that is why very important is the training that we give to our partners so that they can understand why is it important for us to mentor, coach, and train our partners so that they can understand the benefits of the business. And when they understand the benefit of the business, when they work out the business, then all the volume that is generated in your team through Infinity can give you commissionable volume. So the CV can be split 1/3, 2/3. Okay, so it doesn't have to be balanced all the time. So it can be 1/3 of the volume coming from the left and the 2/3 coming from the right, and you still get paid on the total volume, not just based on the volume generated by the lesser leg. Okay, so for many of the compensation plan, that's what happens. You only get paid based on what matches. Okay, based on what is balanced, based on how much volume is in the lesser leg. Okay, in here, you don't have to balance it all the time. Even if you have 1/3, 2/3 split, you get still paid on the total volume. Okay? And on top of that, it can also be variable. Let's say this month, the right team is bigger than the left team. Then the following month, the left team is bigger than the right team. It doesn't matter. As long as you have that 1/3, 2/3 combination or even 50-50, then you can enjoy the CV for your team volume. Okay? And between both teams, infinity and all commissionable volume are generated from emo launches. And that's another great thing about our compensation plan, is that it doesn't matter if you are good in whether you are good in retailing or recruiting or sponsoring. All of those CVs are coming from launches and product purchases, even reorders. Okay? It's not just about new volume. It's about the volume generated by your whole team, all of the sales that you generate, that your team generates up to infinity, even the monthly smart buy. These are all computed by the system, okay? And then eventually it adds up to your commissionable volume, and your commissionable volume will generate for you your team commissions. And every time your team generates 5,400 CV, we call it a power cycle bonus. Okay, power cycle bonus. 5,400 CV team sales. Remember, team sales, this is not your sales anymore. These are the sales coming from your whole team, 5,400 CV. Then you generate the power cycle bonus of $400. Okay, plus on top of that, you get to enjoy $60 marketing allowance privilege. Going to explain that on the next slide. Okay, so imagine if you are already growing your business, having more people enjoying the products, benefiting from the products. You are already growing your partner base, many people enjoying also the compensation plan, the benefits of the business. And now your power cycle multiplies. Let's say if you have 10 power cycles, imagine that 10 power cycles in your whole team through infinity. So that's 54,000 CV. So 5,400 times 10, that's 54,000 CV. And you will also receive 10 times your power cycle bonus, which is $400 times what? 10, that's $4,000. Okay? So there's no limit when it comes to how much you can generate when it comes to your commissionable volume. All right? So this is what is really exciting about our business. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to understand that, right? Depending on the time, effort, commitment, and energy that you put into your business, it will become commensurate to the income that you will generate. Okay? So you have to work it out. But the great thing here is that time will come that you can leverage your business. Time will come that it is not only through your email that you can enjoy your income, but as well as by helping other people grow their business. Then you also get to increase the profits for your business. Okay. So that's what we call people helping people business. Okay. So this is the table that shows the cycles, okay? Level 1 for as low as 900 CV. It doesn't have to be power cycle all the time, right? So level 1, 900 CV, especially if you're just starting the business and you generate 900 CV team volume, then it can give you $45. Okay, so that's already $45 for you out of the team sales. Level 2 is 1,800. Okay, so as you grow your business, as your team duplicates, let's say even the second month you have 1,800 commissionable volume or CV, then you get to enjoy $100. And then as your team grows, 3,600 CV, then that gives you $220. And eventually, when you reach level 4 or 5,400 CV, then that gives you $400 in team commissions, power cycle bonus. Plus, on top of that, you get the $60 MAP. So the $400 goes to your e-wallet, okay, direct to your e-wallet every Tuesday. For Asia, it's Wednesday, okay? And then on top of that, every power cycle bonus will generate for you a marketing allowance privilege. You can see this in your dashboard if you have available MAP or marketing allowance privilege. Now, this MAP can be used for certain business expenses, okay, like business tools, partial or full funding for your Opulence events. So QT's hosted Opulence events. So basically, these are some of the privileges that you can enjoy while you are building the business. You can get that allocation to spend for your team, to spend for your business. Okay, so because we understand in growing your business, you also need what we call the operational expenses, right? So that's the beauty about our MAP. So how many income streams have already we discussed, right? I cannot count them anymore. So be the one to count, right? So the power of binary using a system. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Whenever we emphasize the importance of smart buy, this actually encourages your team to not miss their 150 PV each and every single month, or their smart buy, right? So when they are on smart buy and you had created that culture of they need to be on smart buy, they need to use the products, they need to enjoy the additional 10% discount, and they can already, and especially with the FERI Mosh, that you can accumulate your volume, right? So you can just purchase your shopping credits and then buy it later on, especially for the family pack as well. I know that a lot of people are doing that every month, right? So anyway, so as the people in your team on smart buy increases, then you get to enjoy what you call the residual income. Okay, so this just shows the table wherein the more people that are on 150 PV or on smart buy, not even sponsoring, not even recruiting, not even building the business, just using the products every month. Imagine, time will come, okay? 1,725 people just being on smart buy, which of course will give you 69 CV per smart buy or 150 PV, okay? Then that will generate for you a total CV of 119,000 CV. And of course, the commensurate income there is $10,000 every month just by the culture of building on 150 PV. So imagine that, right? So would this help a lot towards the fulfillment of your goals, of your dreams, right? So by the way, we have videos that you can tune into. I'm not going to play that anymore because of time. So you can always go to our Opulence Global YouTube channel, and you can see all of the videos that helps explain some of the benefits of our compensation plan. Okay. Now, another stream of income is the personal team bonus. Now, this is very simple. If you are an LA and you sponsored a BP, remember, you are 30% and your BP is 20%. So the difference, whatever your BP purchases, when we say level 1, it means directly sponsored BP. So whatever they reorder, whatever they purchase, additional that 10% rolls up to you. So now you can visualize the different streams of income that you are generating for your business, right? So first is retailing, second is wholesaling, third is of course the team commissions, and then of course the map, and then the personal team bonus, right? So just one business opportunity we are talking about. These are not different branches of your business, but rather if you work out the system, right? Work out the system, help your team as well grow in their business, then eventually um, you can enjoy the different streams of income. Okay. And then of course the MGRS. Now this is what I call the one bite at a time. Of course, we look forward that time will come that we will have 100,000 CV, 200,000 CV, right? We want to have a million CV generated in our whole team. And again, I say it doesn't happen overnight, but the reward is truly fulfilling, right? Worth it, right? But how do you work on it on a monthly basis? And the great thing about the compensation plan is what we have, what we call the monthly global revenue sharing. Now, this can be your monthly target. You cannot, you can, um, this is a way for you to generate income, not just from your own team, from your own email, but as well as you can get a share from the global sales. Okay. And the great thing is you can start even if you're just an LA, okay? So you can enjoy it, the MGRS. So tap into the entire world sales revenue every calendar month, 400. So you can get up to 3 shares, by the way. Now, this is performance based. If you have 450 PV and you have 400 BQV, then you get 1 share. If you get 450 PV and 600 BQV, you get 2 shares. And if you have 450 PV and 800 BQV, then you get 3 shares. Now, what is BQV? BQV is the volume generated from your emo launches, upgrades, or retail sales, all in CV value. So I'll give an example here to simplify. So all you need to do is, if you want to enjoy 1 share, okay, let me get back here. Okay, if you want to enjoy 1 share, so 450 personal volume. So meaning you personally purchase $450 shopping credits, okay, that can be for $150 shopping credits, and you launch an LA or an LAP or an LADE, then that will already qualify you for the 1 share of the MGRS. Now, don't worry about the computations, because the great thing about our platform is that it automatically computes for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. You can actually verify, but it actually computes for you. Okay, so just simple, 450 PV and then 1 LA, LAP, or LADE, then you get to qualify with 1 share. If you want to have 2 shares, same PV, 450 still, But this time you can sponsor at least minimum 2 LAs. Okay, then that give you 2 shares. Okay, if you want 3 shares, then 450 PV, and you can sponsor 2 LAs and 1 BP in 1 calendar month. Okay, and if you are very good in sponsoring, then every month, then you can enjoy these 3 shares of the MGRS. Okay, so a great thing about the MGRS is it encourages you to focus on the foundation of your business, because MGRS talks about what you buy, what you sell, what you launch. Okay, so buy is personal volume, of course, and then sell is, of course, customers, very important in the foundation of your business. And then out of the customers that you have, then find someone who will become a partner also. Okay, launch. Okay, if you want to expand your business, you can concentrate on these three basic things. Okay, buy, sell, and launch, and that's what makes um, that's what gives you the MGRS. So you enjoy the retail, you enjoy the wholesale, and then you get a share. Wow. So that's the beauty about the MGRS. Okay, so we also have a video for that. So that is what we always explain, that if you want to enjoy the lifelong residual income, then you can work out these monthly targets, and those monthly targets, the MGRS, will even give you additional shares for your business. Okay, all right, so variance bonus, so designed for basically LD1s. Okay, so another stream of income is, this is what we call the MMI, or the make money immediately. Okay, so I know you're working on your lifelong residual income, you're working on your team commissions, leverage income, your generational wealth. But while you are working on it, you have several streams of income that will give you, um, funds or profits from your business, which is basically the variance bonus. And variance bonus is, simply put, whenever an LAP launches within your 10 levels, then you get to enjoy variance bonus. As simple as that, right? So no need for matching, no need for, other requirements, just 250 PV, okay? And of course, you need to be an LD1 and up, LD1 to LD4, okay? So that is the reason why you need to work out your next level promotion. If you are an LA, make sure that you work on your LD1, because when you become an LD1, you get, of course, additional stream of income, which is the variance bonus. Okay, so in order for you to enjoy that, just be on a 250 PV, and of course become an LD1. And every time someone purchases an LAP or LADE in your organization, then you get to enjoy the variance bonus. Okay, from 10 to 50, 10 to $100. Okay, up to your 10 levels or 10 generations. So wow, so we have already discussed a number of them. So just imagine, in your e-wallet, every month, every week, you can see streams of income coming from your retail, streams of income coming from your wholesale, streams of income coming from your team commission, streams of income coming from your MGRS, variance bonus. All right? So we're not just talking about one stream of income. We're talking about multiple streams of income that is generated by the same CV. All right? I hope you understand that. The same CV generates multiple streams of income for your business. Okay? So it's not just in the binary commission, but as well as when it comes to, of course, the different streams of income. Now, we also have what we call the commission boost. So available to all qualified partners, pays every Friday, and the products qualified for commission boost will have 23% CV, push up the entire binary, and 23% CV gets pushed up in dollars through commission boost. So this means, simply put, is another MMI, make money immediately. So whenever you buy, of course, the what we call the divine, and eventually the collagen when it comes, then it can earn for you commission boost from 2 to 4%. So it means that whenever someone buys a divine in cash, okay, then you earn 2 to 4% up to your 3 levels. Okay, up to your 3 levels. Okay, so in this diagram, or in this table, it will show you that if someone buys, let's say on your first level, you have 12 people who's buying one divine. Okay, so the product price is $80. So how do we compute for the 4%? Of course, 4% of the LA price, okay, of the product price, of the partner price, 4% of that. So $80 times 12 times 4%, that will give you 38.40. As simple as that. So no need for further computation. As soon as someone buys a Divine in cash in your first level, 12 people of them, 12 bottles, then that's $38 for you. Now, if it duplicates, let's say your 12 also has their own 12, 144, that's $460, power cycle bonus already. And then in your third level, if you have the duplication, 144 having the same number of people, 12 people, that's 1,728. And then when you compute that, that's, imagine, additional $5,000 for you. Another stream of income when it comes to your business. And on top of that, lastly, this is the thing that I want to share with you, because as we are building, of course, our goal is to have that lifelong residual income, because lifelong residual income is the path towards time and financial freedom, right? So imagine having more partners enjoying the same benefits as you. So it means that all of the team is happy, right? And that's what this compensation plan is all about, right? It's about helping your people grow, helping your team grow their business as well. And as you do that, your business also grows. Now, on top of that, we have some perks and privileges that are offered to our partners. Like, of course, it's provided in the Opulent Club. We have, of course, our 6-tier car club and vacation club bonus. Even the company can pay for your own car, luxury gifts, cruises, of course, our conventions, leadership summits, exotic vacations, first class travel, private jet travel, and of course, our prestigious FERI Mosh bonus. So basically, if you take a look at our pathway to RLD, the roadmap, okay, starting of course with the LA, next is MGRS, then LD1, LD2, LD3. As you go up the ranks, you get to enjoy more and more perks and privileges, more and more benefits, more and more streams of income. Okay, but I just want to leave you with, of course, working out your business, establishing the foundation first. Okay, foundation of the business is one, work on your customers, right? Customers, eventually having more customers will bring you more partners, and by having more partners into the business, channel them into the system. Okay, very important. Training and coaching is very important. As soon as you launch someone, make sure that they undergo the launchpad training. Okay, coaching and mentoring, show them the compensation plan, because the compensation plan will show them what can happen in their business, that show them the future of their business. And when they see what's ahead of them, then they get to be more excited, right? And then we train them with a system in place, and then eventually your partners will become builders and eventually leaders. And having more leaders in your organization, more people like you who are doing the same thing as you or even more than you, then you're on the pathway to building your lifelong residual income and your generational wealth. Okay. Now, of course, this entails a lot of hard work, but at the same time, it also has some smart work. Okay. So compared to, of course, a job, compared to, of course, a traditional business, the returns can be much faster. Okay. So it's very, very important to work with your team as well. And of course, work with your My5. My5 is your accountability into the business. Okay. So very, very important. Don't just build the business alone. Okay. Because if you just build the business alone, it will be harder for you. Now work with the team, because as we always say, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, so I'm going to end with this. If you have any questions, please feel free to put your questions here. And yes, this is just actually an overview, a simple compensation plan. I know that LD4 Rene did an amazing job while we were there at the office, the workshop. I also do that, particularly the paper presentation. It's actually more powerful. All right. So first I write in the retail and then the wholesale, and then I show them the potential income profit of each and every income stream and how I generate the team commissions, all of those things. Okay. So basically, this I'll end up with this uh, topic, and what I just wanted to share with you. Let me just stop here my screen sharing. And what I would just want to say that is, the compensation plan is not just about, making money. We talk about different streams of income. We talk about money, but it's about unlocking your full potential. Okay. Learn it. learn it, and then share it to the people in your team. Because at the end of the day, this is what I love about the business. The more people I help grow their business, the more people I help become informed, become hopeful, become excited, become inspired, the more my business grows. So the focus is not on you working out your promotions, the focus is you working out the promotions for your team. Because you know, when you work on the growth of the business of your team, your business will naturally grow. Okay? So that's about it. If there are any questions, please feel free to raise your questions. And I do hope that I was able to enlighten you, even just for a bit, when it comes to the beauty and the generosity and the lucracy of our compensation plan. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it back to our amazing host, Nada.
Boss, there is a question. Can you explain to me when I use VIP shoppers?
Okay, so the question is, can you explain when I use VIP shoppers? But basically, VIP shoppers is when you have a customer, okay, you enroll them to the system, meaning you open an account for them, okay. So that's another beauty about our system, is that your VIP shoppers, okay, when they are enrolled in the system, when they have an account, and of course it is linked to your account, whenever they buy from their own account, then you get to receive the wholesale profit in your e-wallet, okay. And another beauty about that is that even if you are not able, let's say you are not able to monitor your VIP shopper from another part of the world, and they continuously buy in their account, then it continuously rolls up the retail profit to your e-wallet. Okay? So that is the system that you can have. So that's the reason why it's very important for you to have your customers sign up in the VIP shoppers. Okay? So that when they buy, even if if you are not able to monitor it, it still goes to your retail profit. Okay? All right, all right. Thank you so much for that question. Great question, by the way. And again, turning it back to you, Nada. Thank you so
All
much.
right, all right. If there's no other questions that you would like to be answered, this is a great training. Of course, it empowers us and to know how we can make money or how we get paid or how we grow with our team and making money together with them. It is very, very important. And I know that we go through with this also during our boot camp. But knowing the comp plan is also very powerful in applying this to our business and how we can grow it and how we can be together, like when we say together everyone achieves more, because if everybody is making money, then there goes the explosion as well. Everybody's excited, everybody's feeling, everybody's qualifying for those events. Those are will add up all together, and here it comes, right? Thank you so much, Coach Rico. Thank you for everything that you have taught us tonight. And for all of you, wherever or whichever part of the world you came or you're joining us from, we salute you. We thank you for taking your time to be with us here at this launch call. And of course, this is not stopping here. We always say we are the best. Why? Because if the company brought us to the best of the best of the best, the reason why we're here, because they chose the best, and that's us. Wonderful. So, of course, one team, one dream, one system, and we
To the
always build
billion.
the billion. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Salute
Thank
everyone.
you
We
so
love
much,
you.
Nida. Amazing,
Thank
amazing
you.
job once
Love you,
again. Thank
love
you,
you, love
everyone.
you.
To
Yes,
the
wonderful.
billion.
Thank you.